It's time now for our series, The Migraine Fix, where all week long we've done a deep dive into what they are and how to treat them. This morning, we're turning to your questions about migraines, and our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Narula, is here with the answers, as always. And Doc, let's get straight to our viewer questions. And here is one that comes from Sarah. Let's take a look.
Question is, I had a family member tell me I was faking migraine. How do I explain to her that it's real and should be taken seriously?
Good question.
Yeah, that's really tough. It's hard when someone doesn't believe you, particularly when it's a migraine or you're told it's just a headache. And as we've been talking about so much this week, it's so much more debilitating than just a headache. So one of the things you can do is to explain to your family member that actually this is a neurologic condition or disorder. It's actually the third most common neurologic condition or disorder, affecting 1 billion people worldwide. And the WHO, the World Health Organization, says it's the 10th, it ranks in the top 10 in terms of medical disability disorders. So really important to kind of reframe someone's perspective about what this is. When you look at the brains and imaging studies of individuals with migraines, you see changes in brain activity. And while we're still learning about what causes migraines, it does affect the electrical system of the brain, the vessels of the brain, neurotransmitters, pain signals, and that's why you get this whole systemic reaction of the nausea, the vomiting, the sensitivity to light and sound, the headache, and so much more.
Yeah, because people I know have them debilitating.
Debilitating.
Yeah,
I can
really
attest to that,
debilitating.
yes.
And for our next question, we have Barbara. Let's take a look.
Because I'm now on hormone replacement therapy for the last year and a half, 2 years, does it affect the migraines that I've been getting? Because I've been getting them more, sometimes 5 times a week, 2 a day, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's a great question, too. So we know that migraines are definitely sensitive to hormones. You hear about a lot of women, Michael, who get migraines around their period, and certainly estrogen seems to be a trigger in some cases, particularly fluctuating levels, and particularly in later life. So for some women, stabilizing your hormone levels with hormone replacement therapy can actually help or improve migraines. On the other hand, for other women, it can make it worse, particularly around the time of dose changes. So you definitely would want to talk to your doctor if you're on HRT and you notice changes in the frequency of your migraines. And then they may adjust the dose, how you're getting it, and the amount as well. So
talk to your doctor. Okay.
Exactly.
And our last one's from Krista Ann. Let's check it out.
My question for the doctor is, what's being done from a research perspective in the industry to hopefully find the root cause of migraines? And I know everybody's is different, but to help us get a better understanding of what causes a migraine so that we can better prevent them.
This is a great question, too. And we are really finally starting to learn a little bit more about migraines, but it has been a little bit of a mystery in terms of what really causes it. It was initially thought that it was much more of a vascular condition. The vessels were affected, and then that triggered all of the headaches and everything else. And now what we're understanding is that it's much more a wave of electrical activity that kind of passes over the brain, and that affects the nerves and the neurotransmitters and the vessels. But really, we are doing a deeper dive with research into understanding the cause, also how the migraine sort of spreads through the brain and affects the rest of the body. Also, the genetics of this. About 60% of migraines are genetic, and so we're understanding who might be more vulnerable, and then really looking specifically at some of the proteins involved. We talked this week about CGRP medications. A lot of that came out of the research understanding how the CGRP proteins are involved in this pathway. But the point is, we are moving in the direction of really personalizing this and really preventing migraines. That's the future.
Well, Doc, your information helps, and I think it also helps people who don't have migraine understand those who do a lot more.
It's so important.
It's so important.
Yes.
Thank you, as always, Doc.